Do you know what Trump is saying now? Quote, I'm not sure. What? I'm not sure? I'm not sure about what? About Russian ballistic missile hitting Ukrainian? Last night Russia fired 35 missiles at Ukraine, 27 of them were ballistic, plus 185 attack drones. The main target was Kyiv. 9 people were killed, 30 were wounded. I live here in Kyiv and I'm a journalist, so I'm going to tell you what's happening here through the eyes of Ukrainians. Out of 27 ballistic missiles, we shoot down just one, simply because we don't have the missiles for Patriot. This shortage of interceptors doesn't just leave us with no cover. It shows Russia that you can hit cities with ballistic missiles and get away with it. So they do. It's really hard to describe. Last night we spent the whole night shaking from the blasts, hoping it wouldn't be us. Hoping it wouldn't be our building. It was very loud, like always. We hid in the hallway. A lot of people just didn't wake up this morning. I can't put the footage in here, but believe me, it's horrible. And in the middle of this systematic terror, Marco Rubio gave an interview. He says that over the next few weeks we will see some efforts. And I'm quoting, to find out whether we can restart negotiation between Russia and Ukraine. Stop for a second, please. Not negotiations. Efforts to find out if they're even possible. And right after that, he adds that both sides have hard red lines, and until those positions get closer, there won't be any deal. Marco, I'm saying you are lying. I'm saying you just describe a process where nothing is happening. Why say that on a day when 27 ballistic missiles came down on Kyiv? Why? I want you to understand the main thing. Russia is not getting ready to stop. It's getting ready to keep going. It's building more missiles and more drones. It's sending up more soldiers, and it talks about its goals openly. Just listen to any of their broadcasts. I will talk about this in my earlier videos. Historical, the Kremlin only came to the table when the price of the war went up sharply. Military or economic losses at the front, an empty treasury. That is the only language they understand. Everything else is playing for time. And I really don't want to sing this, but it looks like the Trump administration is doing exactly that right now. Now about Trump himself. A few weeks ago there were photos of Zelensky and Trump, and that was good news. The Senate moved forward with Lindsey Graham's bill, a bill that could hit Russia very hard. And the NATO summit, Trump said he supported the idea of a license for Ukraine to build missiles for Patriot. But that was then. And do you know what Trump is saying now? Quote, I'm not sure. What? I'm not sure? I'm not sure about what? About Russian ballistic missile hitting Ukrainian? He is not sure it's a good idea to give that a license because, and I'm quoting again, it's really extraordinary weapon and we shouldn't be a little bit careful about who give license to. What? And two things, so you see the full picture. Graham's bill still hasn't passed. There were only procedure votes ahead of its final vote in the Senate, and the House doesn't come back from recess until September. And nobody ever gave us that license. That was a statement, a promise, not a document. But that's not all. According to The Atlantic, Zelensky asked Trump for an emergency winter package, 300 interceptor missile for Patriot, to protect our power grid so we could get through the winter. Trump said no. Again, Trump said no. Instead, he offered a license to build them ourselves, which by most estimates would take years. Zelensky's answer to that was, we needed the Patriot yesterday. One possible reason for saying no is that American stocks really are running low. CCS estimates that the war with Iran about 2/3 of American Patriot interceptor. The US has truly 758 of the most advanced ones left. I understand that much. But it doesn't make it easier, because people are dying now, and the winter is going to be this winter, not 3 years from now. This is a responsibility Trump now shares with Putin. One of them pressed the button, the other one looks away while it happens. Does Trump still want to win the midterm election in November? I think he understands that once already decided. And his administration knows perfectly well what needs to be done to make Russia stop. Trump said it himself when he was running. Oil at $40 and Putin come running to make a deal. Let me remind you, oil right now is around $90 a barrel and going up 20% in a month, with the US at war with Iran and the risks in the Strait of Hormuz. 40 and 90. It's not the same. Think about this difference. But if you thought Ukraine was sitting on its hands, no, we are fighting back. Last night another oil refinery is burned in Ufa, it's Russia. There are 3 big refineries in and around that city. Which one got hit, we still don't know. And according to Ukraine's general staff, we hit 7 more targets last night. 2 refinery bridges into Crimea. A Black Sea fleet intelligence until Sevastopol, storage city for naval drones and attack drones, a repair base and supply depot. All in one night. All of this means one thing: Ukraine is not a passive victim. We are fighting. We can reach Ufa, Volgograd, Tatarstan. But reaching your enemy and protecting our own home are 2 different things. And until somebody gives us something to shoot ballistic missile down with every night, like this one is going to end the same way. 27 missiles, 1 stopped, 9 people dead. Even though all we really want is to live a normal, peaceful life. Subscribe.